Delia Merriweather did not believe in magic, not even a little. But as she sat beneath the carefully knotted bundles of aromatic dried herbs hanging from the 100-year-old rafters in her grandmother's kitchen, she had to admit things felt pretty magical. Steam billowed about the room as Grandma Mattie gazed into the giant pot of boiling water, which fogged the thick lenses of her glasses and made her massive halo of silver curls coil and bounce like a nest of snakes. Delia took a sip of spiced chai tea to hide her grin, because her grandmother looked like a pint-size, legally blind Medusa. "How's the soup comin'?" Grandma Mattie pointed her face in Delia's general direction. "Did you just say soup?" Unfortunate slip of the tongue. "Sorry, I meant to say spell. Or is it more of a potion?" Grandma Mattie sighed in disappointment over Delia's question, as if maybe Delia had forgotten that Austin was the capital of Texas, or that the fork went on the left side of the plate and the knife on the right. "We're casting a spell that includes a potion," she said with a tone of exaggerated patience. "There's a blue moon tonight. Surely you haven't forgotten the importance of that." Delia glanced up at the small sign above the archway in the kitchen that said, "A family that dwells together, spells together," and it didn't refer to a game of Scrabble. Most of the folks in the small Texas hill country town of Willow Root considered Delia's family a bit quirky or eccentric. The rest thought they were off their collective rockers. Because Delia's grandmother and great-aunts identified as witches. And not New Age witches either. They were old-school witches of the pointy hat and black cat variety. The fact that none of them could cast an actual spell, or concoct an effective potion, or utter any valuable curses beyond the occasional F-bomb didn't alter this heartfelt belief. Their lack of magic, they said, was due to an ancient hex cast upon their ancestors by an evil witch. This was impossible to prove and therefore a perfect excuse. Delia rose from the creaky cypress table and wandered over to the stove. "It's been a long time since the last blue moon. I might be a bit rusty." The ritual of the blue moon spell was utter nonsense, but it was delightful nonsense, and it didn't cause a lick of harm to anyone. Delia loved the loony traditions that filled so many of her childhood memories. Maybe none of the other kids were dragged out of bed to dance in the moonlight or to make fairy circles, but Delia wouldn't trade a single minute of it for all the money in the world.